Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw. Welcome back to another story. This is what if Deku had Cyclops powers, and I don't remember what part I was at. Yet again, I should have really checked that out before I started it. So we'll check our playlist real fast. This shouldn't take that long to find. Not like the last one because freaking pictures, I swear. So let's see what we got. I think this would be okay. This is what if Deku had Cyclops powers part 4. As he gets, Mumbles waiting for him at the front of the gate of the school. Because I think they're in the second year of middle school. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying there's 3 years of middle school. I don't know how, like, in Japan, schools are like, how many years they do in middle school. But let's say it's the second year. As Mumbles waiting for Izuku, as he has his own visors on. As he's like, there you are, Izuku. Come on, you're gonna be late. He's like, you didn't have to, you didn't have to wait for me. Yes, I did. I'm not leaving you alone after you disappear for a year. Yeah, she's like, yeah, and I want you to come over after school, and we could talk about what happened last night. And Izuku's like, fine, that's fine. I'll just have to call my mom when school's in. And she's like, that's fine. As they go through the class normal. As Shoto's teasing Momo about Izuku, because I think Shoto's a girl in this one. So if I didn't, she's a girl. So I want Shoto and Momo to be like best friends. So because I don't see male version of Shoto being friends with Momo because he's a dick sometimes. So he's like dick, but he's nice about it sometimes. So let's continue. As the day progresses, they get out of school, and Momo, calls her mother and father. Oh, dear, what's wrong? Oh, I invited Zuko over. I have some things to discuss with him. As his dad's like, very well. I would like to meet the young man, as your mother as well. It's like, yeah, I have some things to talk about. What happened, and as Momo mother's like, did you tell him? And she's like, yeah, I told him, mother. Stop it. As she's blushing, it's like, we have a lot of stuff to talk about when we get to the house. It's like, very well. I'll inform the security detail that you're bringing your little friend over, future boyfriend. And she's like, mother, stop it. She's laughing, and Mrs. Yairu's all right. I'll see you later, sweetheart. See you when you get here. As the end of the school, she's waiting as Izuku's. She's like, as Izuku calls his mother, and she's like, sweetheart, what is it? I'm going over Momo's place for a little bit after school. And it's just like, I understand. As White Queen's there, Frost. It's like, oh, so she made her move already, did she? As Inko's laughing. It's like, all right, I'll see you later, sweetheart. As she hang up. Emma Frost just making fun of Izuku. As she sees the limo drive. As like, Miss Momo, your ride is here. Your your father said you have a friend. Yes, he'll be here just a second. As Izuku, oh, there you are, Izuku. Come on. As she grabs Izuku's hand, as Shoto and the rest of the people see that. As the rumors are gonna start rolling around that they're seeing each other. That's basically what's happening here. So it's not a false rumor. So as we continue, she's like, how's your first day back, Izuku? Are you doing fine? Are you alright? And Izuku's like, I'm fine, Mama. It's a little weird being back in a normal setting, being where I was for a year. And she understands, and they get to the Yadarozu's residence as they go through the gate, and she has She still has her hand all over Izuku as she's dragging him along. They're like, this isn't my mother and my father. Hello, ma'am and sir. I am Izuku Midoriya. And he's like, it's very nice to meet you, young man. As he shakes his hand. My daughter has told me so much about you. You two has been friends for a very long time. As you know, Momo's mother comes over, hugs him, and it's like, I'm glad you're safe. Momo was quite worried when you disappeared. And he's like, thank you. And he's like, all right, you two have fun. I have some things to do, and Mr. Yazır, my husband, has to go back to work. And she's like, you two have fun. That's not too much fun. As you know, he's laughing. He's like, dear, stop that. As you know, they're having a couple conversation. That sort of thing happens. As Momo drags him to her study, her library. She's like, so what are we gonna talk about, Momo? It's like, I want to talk about the kiss. As she's blushing. Like I said last night, I like you, and after I didn't realize I did after you disappeared for a year, it destroyed me. I don't want to have that happen again. And she rushes over there and hugs Izuku. It's like, will you go out with me? You know. And Izuku, blushing a little bit. He's like, yeah, I like you too, Momo. I just didn't really. I'm not the type to enter. I didn't know you had the same feeling. Cause it was mutual. So as they go. They spend the day together, rest of the day, and Izuku leaves. And I was like, be careful. And she's like, you're not walking home. As Izuku's like, what do you mean? As she hops in the limousine and the car. As they drive Izuku home. As she's like, call me when you get inside. And Izuku's like, you don't have to smother me. I'm not gonna disappear from here to there. And she's like, she gives him a pouty face. As fine, Momo, yeah, I'll do it. As she kisses him good night. As she goes back to her car smiling. As he gets home, his mother is asleep, and Frost is not there because she doesn't live there. She's just friends with Midoriya's now. As that goes on, as we're going to do a time skip to the beginning of the anime. Now Izuku and Momo relationship has blossomed into boyfriend and girlfriend. They're seeing each other, and we're gonna cut to the Yadarozu. Momo, not Momo, Mrs. Yadarozu and Mrs. Yadarozu. They had Inko over while they were at school, and they're like, Mrs. and Mr. Yadarozu, you want to see me? My son didn't do anything wrong, did he? And she's like, no, your son's been a sweetheart. After the disappearance, after after they've been seeing each other, I would like to come up with a proposal if you would mind. As they have paperwork. They're like, I would like to engage your son with my daughter. My daughter seems to care for him, and I believe they would be perfect for each other. As yeah, Mr. Rogers, yeah, I would prefer to her get engaged with someone that she likes instead of forcing an arranged marriage on her. So what do you say, Mrs. Inko? She's like, are they a little young for that? And he's like, yeah, it's understandable. We could hold it off until they hit the right age. Then they could always, if their feelings change, they could always, not go through with it. But it's, as Inko thinks about it, she's like, yeah, I think it is. Momo's been a good influence on my son. She's done so much for him. So I agree. As they're officially, Momo and Momo and Izuku are officially, engaged. They don't know about it yet, but as it's not start anime, but it's the third year, so it's pretty close. So as you know, Momo comes in and she has Izuku with her, and they walk indoors to see her parents and his parents together. And Momo's like, "What's going on?" And sweetheart, sit down. You too, Izuku. As they sit down, we were talking with your mother, with Midori's mother, Inko. As she's drinking tea. He's like, we come supping. We would like to get your your input into it. As I would like to. We're talking about having an arranged marriage between you two, and Easy kind of spits his drink out. What? As that happens, and and Momo's blushing, and she's like, "What do you think, daughter?" Mrs. Yazuzu says, as she's like, "I have no problem with it, father. I like Midoriya. I can see myself, being with him for the rest of my life." And he's like, "All right, that's enough said. What about you, Jiku? Young Midoriya?" As Inko's have her eyebrow raised. I agree to it as long as Momo agrees to it. I have no problem with it. As he's like, "All right, that's settled. Now, this is not forced. If your feelings change, you could always dissolve this arranged marriage. Nothing's permanent. We're gonna wait, until you become the right age, the legal age. I don't know what the legal age in Japan is to get married. I really don't know. I don't know much about their legal system. I think they're younger than America. So let's just say they're going to get engaged when they're 17 or something. Let's just do it that way. As that happens. I might have them get married earlier beforehand, but I haven't figured that out yet. So please excuse me. As they run all through the details, Mr. Yajirozu and Mrs. Yajirozu like adores Inko because she's like, oh, she sees how caring a mother she is and how she raised her boy, even though he has some issues, not liking his quirk very much. But slowly Momo's been helping with him with that to accept his quirk. As we start, officially start the start of anime. As Izuku, the teacher walks in and says, "Welcome, class. I got your papers for for your career choices, for your future high schools. Apparently, we have 3 students here going to UA. Shoto Todoroki, awesome grades. Not very social, but she does pretty well in physical activities. Momo Yadarozu, very friendly. Top grades. I see, great things from Shoto and Momo Yadarozu, and they're like, what's the third person?" Everyone's like thinking. It's like, "Oh yeah, Izuku Midoriya. Quite intelligent, He would make a good hero too as well." As they're all, yeah, of course he would go. His girlfriend's there going, so and he's not taking their recommendations. Momo's been trying to get him to take the recommendations, so that he doesn't want to. He wants to, because Momo, forcing him to go. She kind of, making him go to UA because they're together. She just wanted to go into the UA without having him with her. So, yeah, she guilt tripped him into it. She has him wrapped around her little finger. So Momo seemed like the type of girl that would do that. So as Momo hugs Izuku after, like, "Are you sure you don't need a ride?" "No, I'm gonna go down to the. I'm gonna take a walk." "All right. Keep in contact. All right." As she grabs Izuku by the shirt and kisses him, as she's like, "I don't want you, to disappear on me again. If I have to burn down a city to find you, I will." As it's like, "All right, Momo, I won't disappear. You better. If I don't hear from you in like 10 minutes, like in 30 minutes, I'll be having, my people to search for you, her bodyguard. So, because she has the money to do that. So, the other roses are rich, like stupid rich. So that happens. So Izuku's, walking by. And I don't know if he knows Bakugo. It's been so long since I've seen part 0. Um, no, I don't think he does. So if I did, my bad, but we're gonna do it this way. So as Izuku, here's oops, something came on my phone. As, he come across, the sludge villain, trying to, let's see who I said, but I don't think he would, come across. I don't think sludge villain would come target him. I'm saying someone came between the alley instead of him. So let's just say it was trying to think who would go. Excuse me for a minute. I need to figure this out. Okay, it's gonna be Karimari, Dark Shadow. So that's the sludge villain. It's like trying to attack Karimari as he's trying to use his Dark Shadow to slice the sludge villain as he's gasping for air. As Izuku sees this, as he turns a knob on his visor, as he shoots a beam of green energy from his eyes, as the sludge villain goes in pieces as he splatters around the wall. As the bird dude's, Kamari, I think his name is, as he's coughing up blood, as Dark Shadow is, checking on his master, as he's like doing his edgelord thing, using haikus, I guess. I'm not gonna do that way he does because that'd be hard to do for me. So as he's like, oh, thanks. As All Might comes in, as he does the Detroit Smash, the rest of it, catches the sludge villain. As Izuku walks away, he doesn't like All Might after what Ice Queen said. So as he's like, wait, young man, so you're that killer, that murderer, and Izuku flares his eyes, like he's not shooting, but you can see there's energy. As he's like, oh, you, All Might. What were you doing? Were you attacking this young man? And he's like, no, I was saving his ass what I was doing. If I didn't come any faster, he would have died. So much a hero you are. As he walks off, and Kamari, catches up. He's like, thanks, man. I really appreciate it, As Dark Shadow, pops out and bows his beak. As he's like, oh, it's no problem. And what's your name? Kamari. Kamari. I keep forgetting his name. Kamari, something like that. I just don't remember right now. As he says his name. Blank there. I just draw a blank there. My bad. I usually can remember his name, but for some reason I'm not. Let me pause it real fast again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Sorry. It's Tokiyami. I just remembered. And he's like, I'm Tokiyami. Thank you for saving me. And he's like, no problem, man. And he's walking as the second attack of Sludge Villain doesn't happen. So Momo calls him as, crap. Hi, Momo. Did I tell you, it's been 40 minutes. And I'm sorry, I was helping someone was attacked by a villain. It's like, are you alright? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. That All Might guy came by and accused me of some things, but everything's fine. And she's like, all right, I'll be coming over. When are you getting home? And he's like, I should be home pretty soon. All right, catch. I'll see you in a bit. As he hangs up, and Kamari, Tokiyami, shake his hand as they go their separate ways. And we're going to stop it there. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. Alright, bye.